start to clap, you know. People clap when you start, people clap when you win, but they clap the loudest when you lose. So,
yeah, it's a tough life, and that is something I think ShinyMark is going to have to deal with going in here. Pikachu versus Ryu. I think another one of those matchups where you're going to do a little bit better with Ryu than with Ken because you can space out with a fireball. You can actually challenge the projectiles. And we're immediately seeing ShinyMark doesn't want to play that game. He wants to just go in.
Yeah, he most certainly does. He's doing just that. Again, you got to eat up that focus attack, and it's going to be certainly a task within itself. Damn, not even getting a chance to press down B because I'm on your ass. Where are you going?
Oh, no.
Where are you going, okay?
Oh, you're going to the blast zone. That's where.
Hello? Okay. Dash attack. Okay, he's just hawking at Jahzz0 down, but yeah, he's going to have to go for the up just to fight his way through. We got to figure out a way to reset and, more importantly, get towards center stage. There we go. There we go.
And the fireballs as well. We got those inputs. Easy.
Yeah, free. Easy shmoney.
Oh. Taking advantage of that red fireball, mixing up the opponent just a little bit with the timing. But ShinyMark not deterred on this first stock. Look, he's got so much life to play with. He can afford to make a couple of
Oh! Who are you feeling like?
We're going Ultra Instinct right now, Jahzz0.
I guess so, man.
But critically, okay, gets the kill there. Critically, however, on those parries, was not able to find anything off of it. So it's really not a threat for ShinyMark.
No, absolutely not. Again, you got to make sure what you're going for versus ShinyMark 2 is airtight. Again, there's not a lot of gaps in Pikachu's combos, especially when ShinyMark's piloting these characters. When the moves come out, the moves are going to connect. But if it's not true, I'm going to test its durability with Shoryu.
Bro, these parries are crazy. He's still pulling them out. But yeah, the Shoryu, the ultimate breadwinner for this character, the stock closer, and it cancels out of pretty much everything by design.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Back it up.
Where you going? Get over here.
Uh-oh. Okay, look at this to check the temperature. I'm liking it still. Just threatening with parry, even though parry's not really doing much. It's just letting ShinyMark know that if you do up special on the ground improperly, I will make you pay for it.
That was close. One little bit of bonus, of course, he does get with those parries is he preserves his shield, so he can continue to safely go for parries without worrying about a shield break or a shield poke.
Okay.
Auto turn, thank you very much.
And of course, just knowing how to administer your defensive options, I really think makes all the difference. Yeah, get out of here. Uh-oh.
Yeah, where are you going? Tatsu not going to connect. That's going to get you punished.
Oh my God, that's going to get you done away with. Clean stuff here, ShinyMark. Looking pretty powerful right now. Job ain't done just yet, though.
Rinsing and repeating, resetting on that corner as well. Oh, that was not the time for the Shoryuken. I understand it. If he had been a little bit further in, it might have killed.
Okay, trading the Shoryu, though, for a Tatsu string. Okay.
ShinyMark doing the same thing he always does there, right? He goes under the stage and takes advantage of the fact that his opponent can't properly go for 2 frames on his recoveries as a result.
And these grounded quick attacks have just been such a thing of wonder here, a thing of beauty in this matchup because, again, you know, I'm sure Jahzz was already on high alert because, again, there's multi-hits in back air. There's multi-hits on a lot of Pikachu stuff. But, again, it's just a quick attack bouncing him off of his feet. That right there is a spot where Ryu just does not want to be in.
Yeah, definitely. And more T-Jolts, forcing him to make a decision. That's the thing that ShinyMark loves to do. T-Jolt in the corner forces a specific timing, so you no longer have a timing mix-up on your get-up. Now it's just what the get-up option is going to be.
And, of course, choosing the right option right there is Jahzz0 at only 88%. This is, you know, far from undoable, but it is very, very difficult to bring yourself out of this hole versus ShinyMark because he's elected to just kind of disengage, use neutral special to, you know, find an opening for him.
Ooh, tech roll away, gonna get away with that, and of course, critically, getting the tech. ShinyMark thrives off of those down air confirms when you miss your tech, when you tech in place a lot, he really likes to go for the tech in place checks.
Okay, oh my lord, looks like heavy up tilt right there. Jesus, uh-oh. Starting to chisel away here. You gotta be careful.
Ooh. Man, I need a parry counter out here.
Man, because I'm telling you.
I don't know if I can count that high, actually, maybe not.
I mean, Jahzz0 is definitely pushing the parry game forward. But, I mean, it makes so much sense, you know, with a lot of the fighting game characters, particularly Ryu and Ken. Uh-oh. Okay, cross up on the back air.
Oh, that's
it. No, you saved him. I think he was actually cooked.
Yeah, he definitely was. He didn't get the input there, so 175. He gets another lease on life. This is a situation where we've seen Jahzz0 cheese out some stocks, but I don't think it's meant to be this time as ShinyMark hits him with the twirl and hurl.
There it is. Back air, dangerous on stage, of course. Not going to be able to focus attack through that. You know, regardless if I go for a normal back or if I try to cross ship, as long as these active hitboxes are on top of you, it's going to eat up focus attack. But off stage, though, is a spot where Ryu just does not need to be. And I'm loving this utilization of grounded quick attack. I know I talked a little bit about it in that match, but just to bring it back up again, forcing ever so slightly Ryu off of his toes. And that's where, I'm really able just to dive in, jump in, find neutral special, find that opening afterwards, some safety in my approach. I might not be able to, go as aggressively strong as I'd like to, but I'm going to have to find the right setup to get the damage done.
Absolutely, but now we're going into game number 2. Let's see if those things that you mentioned come out, or if we're going to see maybe a different game plan, because that's one of those things that these top players do, right? You have things that you expect to see, but maybe, I'll say on Jahzz0's side of things, he's got something scouted out that we're missing.
That's right. The plan at hand is working. Not entirely sure what the regimen was coming into this match, but damn it, it's paying off in a big way. I mean, Jahzz0, of course, no slouch, top 24. Nice, heavy down tilt.
Finally getting a punish on that parry. Because ShinyMark got caught on the corner, it was just enough range that he was able to find something. Great awareness from Jahzz0 to recognize that in this situation, he actually can do something about it.
No, seriously. Oh, my
that
goodness.
was dirty.
Not going to be able to do nothing about that, though. Yeah, that's off the backboard, bro.
That was dirty from ShinyMark. The way he's able to convert so well in those scenarios. Oh. Uh-oh.
Okay, nice. Uh-oh. Oh, you got to get off that platform, okay? Pikachu, he's not afraid of you. He's not afraid of fighting up close and personal, especially when I'm just built on multi-hits. There it is.
I think I saw that at EVO.
Right. Okay, Hadouken, please back up. 4% differential between these two players, but the stock count, something a vastly different narrative here.
Those nairs from ShinyMark. We talked about some of the other moves that he's using so well, but the nair on top of all of that, honestly, it can just be said like his whole toolkit has been used masterly, but the way he uses it aggressively, defensively, when you don't expect him to.
Yeah, so important. Oh my God, it's so important. The offense right here from ShinyMark, but more importantly, the stylized aggression on when it's time to attack really makes all the difference between a lot of these fighting game enthusiasts, okay?
Oh, what you focus attacking for? Good night, Jahzz0.
Damn.
Where are you going?
Get him a warm glass of milk and a bedtime story, okay, and a Snuggie. Put my man to sleep.
That's the little Ryu that couldn't right there, unfortunately.
That's right, Ryuito.
That's tough.
Okay.
Man, ShinyMark, he got one read, just going to show how explosive, how dangerous it is for Ryu to be off the stage if he doesn't have stage control. He is so fragile. He went for a focus attack expecting probably a drop zone back air, and instead ShinyMark says, I know you're going to do that. Hold this thunder, and that's the stock at first.
There it is, man. 2 games up right here on ShinyMark's behalf. Jahzz0 has got to figure something out, and he has to figure it out fast right now. Back is definitely against the wall. Okay. Thunder Jolt.
And now we reset. We take a deep breath. You're down to your last opportunity. One more game for Jahzz0 to figure out what to do. And it seems like the answer so far, as long as things are even, is to play slow, to try to get those fireballs. But I think one of the big challenges is that when ShinyMark does get in, he does so much damage.
And he's doing a good job at saying, hey, look, I might not be able to focus attack through the chaos, but I can definitely parry. Yeah, I'm not trying to play the out of shield game. I'm trying to activate immediately out of parry.
His parries are unreal. That great fade back from ShinyMark, getting a punish as well. Jahzz0 expected him to land there, but instead loses out in that situation.
Don't lose the minigame on this platform, said Jahzz0.
Okay, we're going all the way across. And that up special as well. Nothing that Jahzz0 can do to punish it, even when he does it in his face on stage, forcing him high and then low. ShinyMark, so much control of Jahzz0's recovery angles just with that T-jolt from stage. And the Sour Box, is that going to do it? Yes, it is, because we got the Skull Bashes.
Super effective on fighting types, man. Jeez. Love what I'm seeing right here from Pikachu. Up throw. Okay, yes, yes, I love the drag down. Again, every time you get caught on these top platforms, you're in a bad spot, but I like that. Jahzz0 being able to down tilt through the chaos. No parry needed that time. Come here.
He's really struggling to get those Shoryukens to hit. I think part of it is definitely the hurtbox and the pancaking of Pikachu in those combos, but he's also in situations where I think he feels like he has to commit, but what a commitment, what a read to go for those down tilts, back and forth, the crouch medium kicks into the Shoryuken.
Said, man, got to put a ring on that commitment there. Nice, okay. Goes for the FA backwards.
Ooh, let's see what you can do here. Another clap in the corner, but critically, ShinyMark manages to get out of that corner, and another drag down, another tech chase, but this time he gets mixed up.
Okay, and just a narrow escape there too. I'm a little afraid. Sometimes you start to chase these fighting game characters down in anticipation of a jab lock. If you miss and you're there at the wrong time, I mean, it's Shoryu City.
Ooh, timing. ShinyMark going for a tomahawk into a back air, not something you typically see. Usually it's a double jump in those scenarios, but another kill from ShinyMark. This is looking bad for Jahzz0.
Oh my God. I can't help but to get a little afraid. My heart stops when I hear that parry come out. Okay, and he is just fishing right now, man. I just need a bite.
Going for those SADCs, not able to find anything out of it, but he does manage to get back down to the stage. Needs to get this edge guard quickly. Where are we going? We're going back to the same side. Double quick attack, the ShinyMark classic.
Show me something here and fast, please. Oh yeah, I'm gonna eat that folks attack up, bro. Now you know. Now you know I'm gonna eat that folks attack up. Okay, and then I'm gonna run away with the down air. ShinyMark, of course, a menace on stage, and more importantly, off stage in the matchup versus the fighting game characters. Great stuff right there between those two titans. It is ShinyMark that moves on. Jahzz0, of course, valiant effort despite how top heavy, how lopsided that matchup can be for him. Still fought his heart out, but ShinyMark is the one to move on.
Winning the same way 2 games in a row on top of that. ShinyMark, I feel like he puts you in this vortex of control, and he's got this game plan, this default setup that he's always throwing out in the corner, and the moment you start committing to options, he just kills you for it.
Every time, man. It's such a tough thing to work around, man. It just, how important commitment is in a match between those two characters. Again, when it comes to Pikachu, I mean, I don't really have to commit to a lot because there's just so much safety in my buttons. You know, I can dance around your shield. You know what I'm saying? I can play the up-close and personal game. If I get a hard knockdown, I know how to just run up just safe enough to look for a tech chase or a jab lock. But if I don't find it, I'm also quick enough just to get the heck out of harm's way. And, you know, just being able to have that luxury of mind going up against a character that can punish for little or nothing like Ryu, I mean, I think that just speaks volumes to the tenacity of Pikachu, bro.
Yeah, so many of those situations, I feel like the way ShinyMark was playing, either like the quick attack would get you just out of range, or you'd end up in a situation where you think you can get the full punish, but you hit with the crouch medium kick, and then the Shoryuken just does not connect. Yes. How many times do those Shoryukens not connect? Because ShinyMark, instead of being right here, he's right here.
Yeah.
That little bit,
yeah,
that's all it takes.
It's the